welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing a really quick and easy recipe as always. This is just going to throw in a whole bunch of veggies into your diet. Super easy, fuss free. You can use any type of noodle. You can make it as healthy as possible by picking a really good quality noodle or a high protein noodle, whatever it is that you prefer, and then you can use up a lot of veggies. So this is also a great no waste meal, which I absolutely love. You can customize it to your liking. Super easy. So I'm going to show you guys how I put that together really quickly, and yeah, that is pretty much it. I might add in what other quick and easy recipes that I am eating lately. It is getting warmer now and I tend to eat more raw, more veggies. A lot of you may not like a lot of raw recipes, so you might not want to really see what I'm having. But I will throw in, and it's going to be a lot of smoothie bowls because that is something that really keeps me going. I feel really good when I have it, and I feel like energized, and when I don't have it, I just feel really lethargic and not myself. So I do incorporate smoothie bowls every day now, and yeah, I love the feeling, and it keeps me full for so long because I put a scoop of protein powder in there. Sometimes I add chia, and that really bulks it up and it adds so much more nutrition. So yeah, I'm just going to walk you guys through my really simple meals. You guys know I do not like fussing because I don't have time. My life is too busy and I work too much to be fussing in the kitchen. So let's go into the kitchen and I'll show you guys what I'm making. Okay guys, so for this super veggie packed pasta, we are going to use a can of peas in water. Make sure it's just in water, and a can of chickpeas. And then we are going to pop that all into a blender. I'm just showing the pasta that I'm using. This is actually a linguine. I like to use spaghetti or linguine. That's my preference for this recipe, but any kind of pasta that you can find as healthy as possible. You know, you do you. If you want high protein, go with that. If you want, you know, a brown rice pasta, go with that. I just have regular spaghetti because that's the only thing that was on sale. That's what I'm using for this recipe, and that way more people in my house will eat it. But I prefer brown rice pasta. That's my fave. So in the blender, I have a whole bunch of seasonings. I have my chickpeas and I have my peas. I'm going ahead and adding in these veggies. I would say about 3 cups of veggies. These were frozen and I just cooked them. I steamed them, and then I'm just going to toss them right into the blender. Blend up everything, and I do it kind of in stages, but if you have like a super big high power blender, you can throw everything in if you want to. I just prefer to do it in stages. At this point, I like to start cooking my pasta in some nice hot water, and it's just a tiny bit salted. I do add a little bit of salt to my water, and I use about 200 grams, I would say roughly, for this recipe. But again, you can always have extra sauce. It's going to make a lot of extra sauce for extra meals. These are the jarred peppers that I'm going to use. I'm throwing in the whole thing just because I really like the flavor of these peppers, and it adds kind of, you know, that extra oomph to your sauce. But if you don't have them, you can use regular peppers. You can use whatever veggies. It's very customizable. Any bouillon will do, but this is the one that I use, the Better Than Bouillon. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff, and I would add 1 to 2 teaspoons of it for extra flavor. So this makes a lot of sauce, and if you don't want this much, you could cut the recipe, but I like having extra. You could also freeze it. Don't forget, you can always freeze these sauces and use as you need it, and that way if you're in a pinch and you decide to make it last minute, you could always take it out, defrost it, and there you go. Your sauce is ready for your pasta and you're ready to go. So like I said, you can use any kind of pasta. This is just my preference. I use, you know, spaghetti or linguine for this. And then, you know, depending on how much sauce you like, go ahead and just sauce it up. I usually add a little bit, and then I keep some on the side so that people that want extra sauce can go ahead and add it. It's probably easier to add extra sauce later than to totally soak everything and then it's too saucy. So as far as the sauce actually goes, you can add whatever veggies you have available. I'm sure a lot of mixes will work well. I love this recipe too because anything that you feel like needs to be used up in your fridge, you can definitely throw it in that blender and mix it all up, and it's going to taste amazing. And that way you don't have any food waste. So I always have a container on the side so I can put whatever it is that I'm making. I always save another huge portion for my mom so that way she has another plant-based option. Sometimes even my dad will have it just because they're being more mindful of their diet now. My mom has some heart issues, so she has to make sure that she is eating a little bit, cleaner and better. So ideally, I always pick a healthier pasta, but on this day, this is all I had, and I'm just going with it. I know that she's going to be fueled with all of the veggies from the sauce, so I'm not too worried about it. And again, the extra sauce can be frozen and used up for a variety of different meals, so this is a really good option for her as well. So I like adding a little bit of hemp hearts on top. I feel like it kind of finishes off the meal and looks pretty, and I like the texture that it gives. It's kind of like cheese, but not like cheese because this is obviously much healthier. And yeah, that is it. I hope you guys like the recipe. I hope you try it out and let me know how you customize it if you change things. So like I said in the intro, I'm having a lot of smoothie bowls pretty much every day, and I add a variety of toppings, so cacao nibs, chia seeds, coconut shavings. The coconut shavings are unsweetened that I like to use, just something to add a little bit of oomph to the top of it. Sometimes I'll have nothing on it, but most of the time I like to put something. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Super simple. I just put in a scoop of protein powder, whatever fruits that I'm using. Sometimes I'll add a plant-based milk. Sometimes I just add water, and that is it. It's so easy. I also always add greens or greens powder to all my smoothies for that extra nutrition and health boost. Another thing that I'm having daily is fresh fruit, and watermelon has been my favorite so far, almost daily. So some of my go-to quick and easy meals are just rice, tofu. I put whatever greens I have, lettuce greens. In this case, I put carrots. Sometimes I do lentils on the side with the brown rice, any kind of green. And then I love bell peppers. I eat that a lot. So really easy, super simple to throw together, and I always have extra stuff in the fridge that I can just make a bowl with. Another thing that I have all year long, it doesn't matter if it's summer, I really love soups and stews. So delicious and so nutrition packed. So I put a whole bunch of lentils. I use brown rice, sometimes I use millet, and a lot of veggies. So usually I buy frozen veggies because it's really simple and really easy to throw into any soup or stew. And this is a great way of adding a lot of nutrition into your meals. And then sometimes if I have extra spinach, I will also add that in order to add more greens for my overall day and trying to eat the rainbow. So yeah, soups and stews, my number one thing. I love having it, and it's so good having leftovers because they taste even better once they've been, in the fridge for a couple of days. It really infuses and all the seasonings really kick in, and it's so delicious and super easy to bring for work lunches as well. I would definitely say that my favorite protein-rich source is going to be lentils. They are such little powerhouses, but not only that, you're also getting a lot of fiber. They are super filling. I love how you can add them to soups and stews. You can add them to so many different things. And I love having, like the burrito bowl kind of thing, and having like lentils as well as beans as an option, because you are really fueling your body with such great nutrition. But lentils are just amazing. Like I have red lentils that I like to add to certain dishes, and then I use brown lentils or green lentils for certain dishes, but they are super cheap as well. So if you're trying to save money and groceries are super expensive, lentils are one of those things you can make so many meals with, and they are so cheap, and again, so nutritionally packed. So that is it for today's video. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for the support on the channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and that way you don't miss any upcoming content, especially now going into the summer. Health, joy, and positive vibes, and I'll see you in the next video.